Welcome to Jim Franklin Live. From pop culture to politics, from religion to racism, from fascism to family, from national security to sexuality. This is Jim Franklin Live.
Broadcasting live from California's Conservative Center, I'm Jim Franklin, giving you the right side of the left coast prescription strength talk radio when that over-the-counter stuff just will not do. Hello, California. Thanks for joining me today here on this Easter Sunday. And may I say a very happy Resurrection Day to all of you that are listening. I realize a lot of folks are out running around, and it is a beautiful day here in the central part of California where we broadcast live from, and hopefully you're having a great day. Check the weather. Antoine, can you check the weather for me and just see what it's like out through all of our listening area? It probably is just beautiful. So I guess the question before you, do you think that it's over as far as the primaries, as far as in who the candidate's going to be? Let's go to our phone lines, 1-877-453-5548. That's 1-877-453-5548 in Los Angeles. Matthew. Hello, Matthew.
Hi.
What do you think?
I would like to say.
Yes. Turn your radio down for me, Matthew. That's gonna confuse you a little bit. So if you will,
okay.
turn your radio down. That'll help us carry on the conversation here. You want to say something about Mr. Gingrich?
I'm a longtime Gingrich supporter. And I think it's kind of a blessing that he's dropped out, because now all of us conservatives can rally around one man, Rick Santorum, the true conservative in the race, and we don't have to settle for less with Mitt Romney. So I don't think the race is over. I think this thing goes on all the way to the convention floor, and I think Rick Santorum might just be able to pull it out.
Well, that was a question I posed just a few moments ago for Gingrich supporters. Let me back up and ask the first question. Do you see this the way that I see this? Is this Mr. Gingrich basically conceding?
Well, I think that zero progress fucking rules. Valley crew on top, bitch!
What in the world's going on there? We lost that caller. Something interfered there. 1-877-453-5548. 1-877-453-5548 is the telephone number. What I was asking Matthew before we got cut off there is this and teaching them striptease dances. That are out there, and we continue along these lines. So that's what the Pope had to say. I happen to agree with him on that. That's the challenge. That's why here on this Easter, I think we've got to return back to those values that made this country great, of what was right and what is wrong, and a standard that we base it upon, not the latest poll figures of what people think is right and wrong, but a standard that has been proven and tried over the centuries. And that, in my opinion, is the Bible. 1-877-453-5548. Back to the election here a little bit. Let's go to Jacob in Bakersfield. Jacob, what do you think about the election? Is it basically on the Republican side? Do we have a nominee? Is it over?
Well, I do think that we have a nominee. I think that, sadly, Mitt Romney will be the man. I think that what you just said is important, and we can't forget it. Rick Santorum is the man who could stand up and say what is right and what is wrong, no matter what the poll numbers say. And Mitt Romney is going to beat him down with 50-1 advertising rates. And you know who he's funded by. He's funded by the Mormon Church. He's funded by Zero Progress. He's funded by people who don't care about American values or American culture.
Well, let me back up. I mean, I'm sure where you're coming there. I'm not here to defend Mitt Romney or candidate in that way, but when you say he's backed by the Mormon Church, that's where I would take. I don't think there's any evidence of that whatsoever. The Mormon Church, especially after Proposition 8 in their contributions to that campaign, have made it very clear and have always kept that they don't support a candidate. Now, just the fact that he's a member of their church, then I think that's going to swing some weight with them, as if a person was a member of any different church, then yeah, I think that would play some weight with the members of that congregation. But officially, no, I've not seen anything that the Mormon Church has contributed to the funding of his campaign directly. Do you have any evidence of that? Or?
No, not directly, but they don't disclose their donors because of the super PACs. And we know that, I mean, the evidence is there if you look for it. The Mormon Church is funding them. Stressors is funding them. You know, the people are doing it. And
well, if members,
America is going away.
If members of, and I don't want to belabor this point, we'll move on, but if members of a congregation or of a denomination want to contribute to an individual, they've got a right to do that, but that's not the official action of the church. Are you there, Jacob?
Yeah. You know, the individual members of the group of the Mormon Church, I mean, maybe they're not officially told to support Mitt Romney, but is Mitt Romney really the man who can stand up for what you and I both know is right? You're talking about the Lifetime movies where we have young girls tripping on poles.
Yeah.
And is that what we want?
No.
Is not what I want for America?
No.
And you know what? They don't want it, you know? So, like, I have a hard time.
Well, and Jacob, I've got to cut here because I'm up against a hard break right here. I feel your frustration in that. As I said before, Rick Santorum, I line up more with him than any other candidate. But when it comes to the election, my question would be then, why has he not been able to muster the support that he is going to need to be able to gain the nominee? He hasn't done that. I mean, that's just the fact, the obvious of that. Whether I like it or don't like it, or whether you like it or don't like it, that's just the hard fact of it.
The website is www.jimfranklinlive.com.
I will not be pushed, filed, stamped, indexed, briefed, debriefed, or numbered.
This